Okay, this is a poem I made up. I hope you like it. It's called My Depression, the Dracula. The depressing Dracula wants you to keep them curtains closed. He says you're going to be exposed to complete meltdowns of depressing episodes that keep you from going out into that light. That it's best to stay in the four walls until you feel alright. But it's a trick. You will never feel alright. You are only symptomless because it's half the light of being alright. You start to lose sight. But if you just twitch them curtains, even just slight, it just might not be as bad as depressing Dracula has made out. It's okay, it's alright. It will feel worse before it feels right. As you know, all things take time to adjust. Depressing Dracula has manipulated you for so long he thinks he has you sussed. Prove it wrong, I know it's hard, but it's must. It's putting down the first guard. I know it will be hard. Like medication, at first the side effects can feel like glass shards. It's just side effects though. They will eventually go. It will be like moving to a new area, someplace new. But only if you knew there is a breakthrough. The other side, I can't promise, is greener. But it's a damn sight meaner if you stay put in what depressing Dracula has you believing, a part-time life dreamer. I'm not saying don't be a dreamer, but have your own dreams, not Dracula's, which never end up coming true, just ripped at the seams. Although you don't see the rip, he hides that well, it seems. But once under his spell, it will rip, and it's not pretty as he makes it seem. But it's a disguise Dracula uses, tries to make you fall in love with his abuses. You've been down for so long that you're used to his bloodthirsty juices. It lures you into false lullaby of pretences. Think Phantom of the Opera, silently he senses. You've had your guard up and he slowly breaks your defences. He is misunderstood and charming, overly creepily calming. Yet this is a false Prince Charming. Your alarm bells should be alarming. You don't want to go out. He puts his Dracula cloak around you. All you have to do is shout. It feels great at the time that he's right there for you, but then it's lights out to put on a show for you that he's doing good for you. Little do you realise his cloak is all him and you're losing you. He looses you up, yeah, like buttercup, just so you lose you. In a twisted way, it is sad somehow to say goodbye until you've had depression. You won't understand. It's become your only friend, your caring hand. You want to help Dracula just as much as you think he's helping you, yet he's fooling you. This is an unhealthy friendship. You have so much potential, I wish you knew. But the Dracula holds back that power over you. Having just one friend and making you lose others should be the clue. These Draculas are just misunderstood, just like us. So yes, it's easy to fall into their trap when there's nothing bad about them. It's just the whole thing is just sad. But that Dracula has to go to get your life back. If you need help doing this, reach out. We can break it together the hell up into stepping stones of support. But you need to be the one to break it up. It takes courage, I know, but only coming out in the dark. This is no life, this is no walk in the park. The negative thoughts draining you because Dracula is doling that spark, telling you life is shit and you may as well depart. Give your soul over and all your blood too. Dracula will have a feast day on you. Don't let it have the satisfaction of killing your mind, soul, your heart. He's sucking the living daylight out of your graft. Why don't you be the one to throw that stake right back in its heart? It's only because we have been around them so long you see it as the only thing to hold on. It's like that song, there's a lighthouse there with the light on. There is other stuff to cling on to, so Dracula is wrong. Open them curtains, let the daylight shine on. You've been in the dark so long it's going to feel hopeless. You'll probably open them and won't even notice because the outside of you is looking at yourself from the inside saying, who broke this? But you can fix. Don't let it steal anyone. Don't let it steal any more sick tricks. The Dracula only wants you to fly with him at night so no one sees his real sorry sight. He don't want to know you when you're having a good day because that takes him away. He only wants to show you the night, to see the stars and think that will make everything all right. Numbs you to a false eerie calm. Things seem fine, then it crashes your insight. You start doubting and that wave of depression takes all your might. I know how it grips so friggin' tight. That loneliness is out of this world. It will tell you point blank you may as well be a satellite. An existence of infinity, of floating as a parasite. In fact, no, you're not even that anymore. Imagine nothingness. No, you can't anymore. He's really got you down. That's only because you've been sucked of blood, hopes and dreams. But they are still there. You just need to believe. I know how alone and dark that place can be. I'm trying to reach out to you. You don't need to be. I know it won't happen overnight. My God, this is not just some rainy day shite. This is real. Dracula's kill. Depression is an endless drill. Dracula has us not knowing what is now real. But let me assure you, you are real, and here's the deal. We're going to try and get you off this roller coaster and onto the big wheel. Up high you will see life from another appeal. Don't be lured into a false hope of being heard, because in truth it's sick and disturbed that it can so quickly kick you up the curb. Where is Dracula in your daylight? That's right, not a sound to be heard. Have a word, as it's time you need to be heard, and you deserve. Dracula only wants to know with selective hearing. It's absurd. So have a word with your Dracula today. Send it some garlic and on its way. Don't feel bad. Any feelings are only coming from Dracula to make you stay. Pulling at your heartstrings and your blood, it's a decay. Dracula wants to keep you home on your bad days, so you save your energy to be with it. It just don't want you to come and have that daylight hit. He convinces you the four walls is all you have left to commit. He tells you no one cares, so why even bother, just quit. You can't see because he's blinded you. It's not a real feeling. Don't be scared of these feelings, as they are not you and not true. Your real feelings are valid. They've just been under that Dracula's cloak, torn and ragged. I want you to know it's okay, and it's also okay to say, you can get through this. There's another way, and there's another day. And that way is going to be hard for a while. I'm not going to lie. It's going to be a pile of vile for a while, but never forever. You are still so clever. You still have so much style and potential in your life's portfolio file. He sucked the love right out of your veins. You can't see it, and now you're walking out your legs in chains. Get the blood back returning. It's not going to happen overnight, but I can send you the reins. It's a start. It will be like side effects of medication. You have to feel your way through that darkness before you see the destination. And Dracula will be lurking in your recovery with sweet temptation. But don't forget, this is your recovery. And we can build on your lost strength to find a key for your rediscovery. And isn't it funny how Dracula isn't anywhere to be cheering you on in that recovery? He just seems in a hurry, as the light you are shining is now his worry. Just look at the turnaround. Dracula's less powerful salary, and how relaxed you feel without his burden of drudgery. You deserve a life of good health and happy luxury. Your heart used to pump red blood. It's Dracula that's made it clotty like mud, black and blue without palpitation thud. Dracula, vampire, black dog, call it what you will. They will eventually steal you from your own identity you once were able to feel, so you no longer know the drill. What the hell you're doing? It will get you to a place where you're holding an orange and don't know how to peel. Wants nothing more to numb your mind until you are just staring at the wall. The clock strikes 0-0. It's going to be a steady climb uphill, but no wonder your feelings are all over the place. Dracula's fangs hold you in that state. You could be forever in this debate. Why wait till it makes you feel like no way out and it's too late? It will say if you open them curtains that it will worsen the person you are, that it's certain that beam of light will annoy and destroy you. Let's work on that assertive version that I know is inside you. It could just slowly peek that curtain. If only you could slowly peek through that curtain. You may squint, but you will adjust, whereas Dracula will burn to dust. There'll be those who tell you Dracula's not that crazed. It's just a case of giving him some blood and be on with it. That it's just a phase. Just pull your fangs up, as it's that possible when you've been put in such a daze. Depression is real, it can kill, but never underestimate your strength to end its ordeal. Don't worry about the people who don't get it or even care to know, those who only want your upside and not your low, but please don't feel you are your depression. You are so much more than you are. You're a legend. Dracula will just tell you how irregular you are. Only you can tell yourself how spectacular you are.